Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Biggs? Hey, that song you sent me was fire, dude. It was fire. Was that you rapping in it? Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. I'm kind of hungry, you know. That's like my other main focus is like food always. You know what I mean? Like food. That was you. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail on it. It said like go. It's like I'm always on go. I thought that was pretty dope. I thought that was a cool line. Where you said you're like I'm always on go. I thought it was pretty cool. But I sent you a video of like this freestyle one of my friends did. What am I gonna eat? I have no idea, man. That's why I'm like so hungry. I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. I'm like starving though. But that kid, that like rap that I sent you, like that was like a rough night, man. This kid, he like he told me that um he was like, hey, I got a performance, like I got a hip hop deal in like Salt Lake, and he was like, he's like, do you want to come film me? Do you want to come film me in Salt Lake, like perform live? And I was like, sure, yeah. I was like, I'll go film you, man. And I've known this kid since like high school or whatever. And so I like took him to this hip hop place. Yeah, I know what you enjoyed eating. You're gonna say the same thing one of my friends said. It's like, if you are what you eat, then I know what you eat, bro. I know what you eat, dog. It's the same thing some of my friends would say. I had friends that say that exact same thing. Like, they're just like, if you are what you eat, then like, this is what I eat. The Mandela effect, nice. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Like my favorite line was like how you said you like stayed on go or whatever, you know. But yeah, that video I sent you, this kid, he like told me he had a rap. He had like a rap. He was performing in Salt Lake, so I went there. They were like, "No, you're not. Like, you're not signed up. You have to sign up for all this stuff." I was like, "What the?" And so he ended up driving around with me, but he was like kind of tweaking the whole time. He was like on something. I'm not sure what it was. He was on some gnarly drugs. And so I drove him around, and I was like, kind of like, geez, like, is he gonna like, what's gonna happen, you know? But I ended up like filming him like up in the mountains doing like a freestyle. He did a freestyle up there, and so I like filmed the whole thing, and I made it all like dark and stuff like that, you know? And then he was like trying to go to my house and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, I was like, I was like, I'll drop you off at a hotel, man. Yeah, he was freestyling, but it was like kind of a sketchy night because like I'm not sure he was on something and like he was like trying to go to my house and I guess he had just like he went to high school with me, but I guess he had just like stolen a bunch of stuff from his friends' houses and stuff like that, and so like I was like all sketched out. He's trying to go to my house and like I was like, bro, I'll take you to a hotel, but he was kind of tweaking on something, or at least he had been in like the last little bit. So I was like, bro, I'm just taking you to like, I'm taking you to a hotel, dog. But I liked his freestyle though, you know. Other than the fact that he was like dragging me into all his drama or whatever, it wasn't very fun. That kid was like the star football player in my school. He was like the running back. He like took us all the way to state championship. That kid took us to it. But yeah, he got into some shadiness, you know. Just happens. Got into a lot of shady stuff. And I was like, bro, I can't be involved in this, dude. I really can't. This town is like dead right now, guys. In the gym it was dead, and here it's dead. It's just plain dead. Now I look like a doctor. Yep. My friends used to tease me about that because my last name is Hyde. So they call me Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like I have two sides, like I have a split personality or whatever, you know? Like, uh, what's it called? The Hulk and like Bruce Banner or whatever. But yeah, my friends growing up, they used to call me Dr. Jekyll or whatever, or Jekyll. Because I was kind of nerdier and stuff, so yeah, they'd call me like Dr. Jekyll. It looked like I could survive in an igloo. Nice. Yep, I was. I was a Yakut Inuit. That was a pretty cool rap though. I liked your beat. Like it, obviously you like mixed it and stuff. I liked the other person who sang too in that song. I thought that was really cool. Whoever the other person was that you had singing, like in the part that was like synthesized or whatever. Whoever was singing the synthesized part, I thought that sounded pretty good. The man of many faces. Yeah, I do change a lot. I change my hairstyle a lot too, so I look different like every day. I have this like thing now where it's like, since I do my hair now every day or whatever, because it's not just like long hair. It's like I want to just lay down, you know, but it'll mess up my hair. Makes me like stay up longer. But today's kind of a boring day though, honestly. Hope you guys are having a good day, too. You're good? Nice. I played that game for like 3 hours. A guy tried to eat a lid. Yeah, sometimes I say cool stuff though. You like never know. I might say something cool, you know? You never know what I'm gonna say. I might like go off on some freestyle. I might like actually go somewhere and do something sometime. I'm telling you guys, as soon as the weather gets better, I'll be doing stuff. It's just like, what do you do when it's like freezing cold outside? It's freezing. I went snowboarding once. I filmed that. Of the 11-second dash, yeah, I'll post that. I'll post it. I'll put it in that. I'll put it in that same community tab or whatever that I did. I had a beard when I did that. I had like a beard with like, I had like beads in my beard even. I was like taking all these philosophy classes and I had like beads all over my beard and stuff like that when I did that one. People called me like a Viking. They're like, oh, here comes the Viking. Or whatever. I had this one guy at this gym I used to go to. He would call me Eric the Red or whatever because my beard's red. So they would call me like Eric the Red Viking every time I'd go to the gym. Just some time in my life, you know? No, I'm just preppy. Preppy boy. I wasn't always a nerd. I think it's just like how you look at me, you know what I mean? Like one angle is just like super nerdy, one angle is just like what the hell kind of thing. I'm just forced to be a nerd, bro. It's being forced to be upon me. I didn't choose the nerd life, bro. It chose me, Presley. Chose me, man. You guys want to hear something funny? I didn't learn how to whistle until like a year ago. I grew up my whole life not being able to whistle until like last year. I think also it just had like, dude, I just grew up small. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like when you grow up and you're smaller, it's just like, what else do you invest your time into? You know what I mean? Like I'm not obviously like the star QB or whatever else. So it's just like, all I had my time to invest in was just like nerdy stuff, I guess, you know, basically. I'll tell you some like I don't know, maybe this is like ultra nerdy even. There's these deer around my house and I would go and like, you've always been able to whistle? Yeah, I only learned like last year, man. Like I started wandering around in the woods a lot and I would like, sounds really weird and stupid, but I would like chase down like bucks and like see if they would attack me. There was this one that would stand off with me for like 10 minutes. And I just had like a stick ready to like spear it if it like came at me. But there's this one deer that I kept finding like on my hikes. It was super interesting. And I used to do like pretty deadly like rock climbing. Like back when I was like super, super depressed and like didn't know what else to do. I just thought like, I just thought like, maybe I'll just die rock climbing. Maybe it's like I'll just like climb up some cliff and jump off or something like that. So I started going up in the mountains. Like this is after the fact that I was like going and messing with like a bunch of bucks without a gun or anything like that, you know? Like if they charge me, that's gonna be like interesting to see what happens. Like it's not necessarily a guarantee that I'm gonna like win. You know, like I could get stabbed by one of these horns or something. I went and like jumped on some wild horses one time too. Yeah, like like I've done a bunch of stuff, dude. I can surf pretty well. I can surf pretty good. I'm probably a lot better than that. Like I'm good at like some punk things, like snowboarding. I'm way good at. Like I can go down black diamonds and whatever else. Like I'm pretty good at snowboarding. Like I have that video posted on my channel too, of me going down like a run with like no visibility and like there's like moguls all over the place and stuff, and I filmed it. So like I'm pretty good at snowboarding. I'm pretty good at surfing. But yeah, I started doing these like death hikes where I was just like, maybe I'll just die in nature or something like that by a bear or something. So I started just going further and further into the woods, and like I would like stand up. It was just one buck. There was this one buck that would come and he would like stand and like stare at me for like 10 minutes. And he like lived in the same area, right? So I kept finding him in the same place. And I would like grab something and I'm like, it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna win, but if he like comes at me, like this will be interesting, like, you know. And then I started going on these two totally different roads, yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with like, you know, you're in Arizona too. Arizona's a different place than Utah. I mean, there ain't shit to do here right now. It's like, what am I gonna do other than watch TV if I don't have anything else to do, you know? If I don't have a job or something, like what the hell else am I gonna do? You know, or whatever. And it's like, also, yeah, like the world is pretty selective for like people that are, you know, certain fitness and stuff like that. So it's like when I was, you know, growing up, I had to figure out how to entertain myself with like probably more nerdy things because I was smaller. But I also started doing these like death climbs where I would like go and I'd rock climb up the mountains, and like because I was like thinking of jumping and stuff like that. I was like thinking of jumping off the cliffs. And so I'd like rock climb up as far as I could. And there's some times when I thought I wasn't going to be able to get back down. Like I would go up like a part where it's like if I fell on it, like I'm going to break a leg or something, you know. And I would just climb up it and I'd get up. And then I'll tell you what the worst part is. The worst part about like rock climbing is like if you climb up some face like up in the mountains, and I was already like miles away from the road, is like it's worse to get back down. It's like always harder to climb back down than it is to like climb up. So like climbing down is like, I'm like, it's like the point of no return. And sometimes my heart would just beat and I would just go. Like my heart would just like beat, and it's like, I'm sure it's pretty relatable to like an athletic like sport experience, you know what I mean? Like just the idea of you make a move, like you're running for it kind of thing, like you're gonna take off, you're gonna run for it. You know, pretty similar to like that feeling or whatever, but just like, all right, well if I go up this, like there's no coming back, and I would just climb up it. I was all by myself, you know? I would just go and climb up. I had nothing else to do. Tom, you're a 7, you're already 5'3". Yeah, like I said, like, dude, I weighed less than 100 pounds my senior year in high school. I only started gaining weight when I started doing bodybuilding like regularly or whatever. But, so you know what I mean? Like I just had to like figure out what to do when size wasn't like with me. So I just did like probably nerdy stuff or whatever, but yeah, so I started doing like these death climbs and stuff, which was that's like the stupidest stuff I've done. Definitely. Just like climbing up mountains. I'll show you guys a picture. I'll show you guys a picture of one of them that I used to do. You'll see how high I get up and stuff like that. I have a picture of one of them that I used to do. I'll put the video of me running the 11-second 100-meter dash, and then I'll put up a picture of me doing one of those climbs too. Like I I don't know. I just thought my life was over, so I was just like, I was searching for something to make me feel alive. You know what I mean? It almost feels like you're with a woman or something like that. And like, I would just think like the earth is my mom, and like I'm just like climbing up. Like I would like think crazy thoughts like that. Like seriously, I would just be like, I'm connected to the earth, and like the earth is like my mother or something like that. And I would like yell like, push me, you know what I mean? And then I would just like climb up a spot like a crazy man. I used to go with some Indians that I met too. Bold? No. I've seen like Cliffhanger where they're climbing up stuff in Utah or whatever, and that one guy dies on the rope. But there's a lot of times I should have been dead, you know what I mean? I like tried to escape a hospital one time. That was funny. I like got pretty far out until they realized I was gone, and they like sent out an alarm and like caught me. Kind of funny, huh? That was my way of fighting the system. I was like, you know what? I'm not playing. Like I'm not playing your guys' game. But that didn't end up fun. But yeah, I'll post a picture of me climbing, like free climbing. You'll see how high I am by like how small the road is down back behind me or whatever. But I used to go with these Indians. They're Paiute Indians, like down in southern Utah, and they like showed me these paths up the mountain, and they would just climb crazy stuff. So I was just like, all right, like I'm gonna do it too. And it just feels like your heart is gonna beat like for its last time. Lloyd, no, I've never seen Lloyd. But it just feels like, what is it? What's the best way to feel like? It feels like you're jumping actually. Yo, what's up, Subnautica? It feels like you're jumping off a cliff. Like if you ever have the feeling of like, I'm gonna jump off a cliff, the moment that you actually commit to like climbing up a steep face where you know that you have to get up, or if you fall, you're gonna die. It actually feels like that moment actually feels like you do jump off a cliff. It's like jumping off a cliff. Make a post about you. All right. But yeah, my coffee's already gone, guys. I'll post those two things though, and you guys can see like, yeah, that's pretty stupid. But I just thought my life was like done anyways, because it's like I flunked out of everything, you know? So I just thought my life was dumb, so I just went and did a bunch of I started doing a bunch of stupid stuff. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go, and then I'll just post that stuff in the community tab, all right? Cool. I'll post something for you too, Subnautica. I'll post something for you too, man. I'll find something, I'll post it for you. All right. Thanks for talking, guys. Just remember, like, no matter what you do, it's just life. And that's always gonna be true. No matter what you do, it's just life, guys. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, okay? Bye.